Plastic is a unique material with many benefits. It's cheap, versatile, lightweight, and resistant. This makes it a valuable material for many functions, and those are the attractive qualities that lead us to such a big appetite and overconsumption of plastic goods. And according to a recent research, UAE consumes 1.5 million plastic annually. And according to another research with the largest population, China produced the largest quantity of plastic at nearly 60 million tons. This was followed by the United States at 38 million, Germany at 14.5 million, and Brazil at 12 million tons. And if you look around, you'll find plastic in many things, such as games, bags, pencils, clothing, and even around the house. People can pretty much do anything they want with plastic. So far, plastic sounds great and useful, but what happens after we throw it away? Does plastic cause a big problem for our planet? It seems rather obvious that this amount of a material, plastic waste, that is not meant to break down can cause havoc on natural environments, leading to long-term issues. And here are some of the effects of plastic waste or plastic pollution on the three pillars of sustainability. On environment and society, plastics are considered most dangerous industrial substances affecting the environment and human health. It creates problems for plants, wildlife, and even human population. It is harmful to our environment from the moment of its production, making, storing, and disposing of it. In general, just being around plastics can be extremely harmful for people by causing cancers, birth defects, impaired immunity, and other health problems. Plus, it uses non-renewable sources of energy, such as oil and natural gas, which can lead to resource depletion in the future. Moreover, it upsets the food chain. Because of its size, it can affect the world's tiniest organisms. When these organisms die due to plastic absorption, this causes problems for the larger animals that depend on them for food, causing a whole veer of problems in the food chain, leading to loss of biodiversity and life Earth. As you know, most of the pollution affecting the oceans also derives from plastic, which consequently has a huge effect on many marine species. In 2014, a study led by Dr. Richard Thompson at the University of Plymouth, UK, reported finding a great amount of plastic particles on beaches and water in Europe, the Americas, Australia, Africa, and Antarctica, which means that many of the organisms that people eat has swallowed toxic chemicals from plastic decomposition. The world population is eating fish that have eaten other fish, which have eaten toxin-saturated plastics. In another way, humans are eating their own waste. Not only this, there are many other things that is affected by plastic pollution, such as water, groundwater, and land. For example, if you have ever seen a garbage dump, imagine what happens every time it rains. Where does that polluted water go? And because of that, groundwater are vulnerable to leaking environmental toxins. As for water management is already a concern in many places, and now, due to the leaking of plastic waste, the world's water is in great danger. Furthermore, we all know what happens to plastic waste in the end, either getting burned or dumped in landfills, and both of those causes a lot of problems. Burning of plastic in the open air leads to environmental pollution due to the release of poisonous chemicals. The polluted air, when inhaled by humans and animals, affect their health and can cause respiratory problems according to a research. As for the land, when plastic is dumped in landfills, it interacts with water and seeps underground. Then they damage the water quality, which leads to affect human health. On economy, the economy is an area of trade distribution, production, and consumption of goods and services by several agents. Plastic waste is one of the primary responsibilities of impacting the economy. An indicator shows that every year around 8 million tons of plastic waste flows into the oceans. The plastic waste problem will cause environmental pollution, which will affect the economy of the country. The growth zone, shorelines, as well as comfort zones will be affected by the pollution, which will lead the people to move and change their places. Migration will affect the economy as new home constructions and deconstructions will be needed. The polluted areas will be almost destroyed and unusable, and new places will be built, which is a significant loss for the economy and will cause political conflicts. 95% of plastic packaging material is worth $80 to $120 billion a year, which is lost to the economy after a single use. In the US, cleaning up litter amounts to over $11 billion a year. It costs about 30 cents to clean up each piece of litter out of cities, streets, and roadsides. In conclusion, as the world's population continues to grow, so does the amount of garbage that people produce. Then again, if you think about it, it is avoidable. But how should we solve this problem? What are the solutions to this issue? What can we do to reduce plastic pollution and its effect?